Hello all, Tot here with a new video, and it's a new year. It's been a new year for good 20-ish days. Yeah, yeah, first nearly full month of the year. And I'm not going to ask if anybody did like a New Year's resolution. They don't usually work. Pretty cliched. Not my game, you know. But I did come across a goal, a lifestyle change, a habit, a paradigm shift, whatever has you in the life of Todd. And I came to the conclusion is that I need to control my expectations much better. They're not they haven't been at a healthy level for a long time due to a number of reasons. They've been very very unfulfilled. Very yeah. And I learned this through failure. My first book, which again I'm going to try to rewrite, make a second edition, re-record. It's a nice little hobby at this point. I still like making videos, making live streams. I'm going to do one tomorrow of this video. Probably dated this video, but whatever. And yeah, I'm going to go over some stuff. And a big thing that I wrote my book with, I did it from a very weird perspective. I did it with the idea of making known what you want, what the reader wants, which I didn't do a good job kind of, I guess, expressing or portraying. I'll admit that right now. The first time I wrote that book, it was more therapy. I'd gotten over several tragedies, and it helped me explore the minds of my mind, the dungeons, the catacombs of the darkest dungeons of my mind, and it was painful, but needed. It was like medicine. The more better it is, the more you need it, as my grandma would say. And I'm now trying to make more balance, because I have to do that going forward with my personal training anyway, and other things. Like, if there's anything I've learned the last number of years, I can't make somebody want something. You can't make somebody else desire something as much as you do. I can't tell my clients, future clients, that I want to be healthy. That doesn't matter. That does not matter one bit. What matters, I am not the conductor. I am not the guitar. I am the amp. Okay, and I've made that comparison several times. And that's what I wanted my first book to be. Since I came at it with no feeling like a complete failure, that'll never amount to anything, that I've wasted my existence, my youth, and everything in between, and have been nothing but a burden to people I know. I was in a very dark place. That was just a very small glimpse of the opposite existence I led for a long time. Couldn't even smile in the shadows, so yeah, fun stuff. And it wasn't my ambitions that got me. It wasn't my ambitions I was pushing up like, the aspirational atlas that I try to be. No, it came down to wanting other people, to expecting. And, I'm just kind of tired of being called the bad guy for expecting people to do what they're going to say. I don't really trust people as much as I used to. I think a lot of us can say that for a number of reasons. Again, last, oh gosh, decade nearly now, has been quite turbulent, to say the very least. And I wanted people to get their own goal, their own idea, their own, prey, for lack of a better term, to fit the wolf theme. And I think I've found mine. More balance. I don't expect to be a hero or a villain. I don't expect to save the world. I'm going to help people that want it. And anybody who doesn't want it, I don't care. I do not care one bit. I'll tell them straight out. I'll tell anybody straight. If you don't want to listen, you'll be right fine. Just say it. I'm not like most people. You can tell me how you feel. No matter how decrepit, disgusting, vile, whatever you feel, please tell me. I want to know. It'd help us both out. That's how I've always been. And I don't know. People have changed. And to be fair, there's a big problem going around called what I've been told called nostalgia laundering. Okay, nostalgia laundering, which is something I want to make a video of because I never heard of it before, but I've heard several videos from much better creators than myself, and I did a video on nostalgia, so it's not completely out of my wheelhouse. So yeah. And I can't help thinking about how things used to be when I was growing up. And I don't know. I think if it's your own perspective, you always think of it as objectively better. Like no contest, no subjective meaning. But I really don't. I think people are more dependable. But then again, we were kids in school and stuff. I mean, I keep hitting this roadblock with my logic every time it brings it up. And I kind of just don't care anymore. I'm going to stop expecting stuff from people. I'm tired of fitting into these expectations people have for me, but they won't do themselves. And people are going to people. Okay, this is not a video about being mean, angry. Yes, I am. I'd not like to think I'm broken and bitter, but I am. Again, I think a lot of us are. I'm just willing to admit it. For kind of minor-ish things when it comes to things, you know what I mean? The only victim was myself, and I was also the perpetrator and all that, which I want to do another video on. And yeah, I just don't see the point. I want more balance. I want more stability, and I can't keep reaching. It's like in BJJ, you don't want to put your arm out too much. You want to keep it close, elbows close, keeping strong, keeping frame, keeping connected, pressure and connection. And I am done being hurt a lot. Because again, you can't control others, you control how you feel. And I don't been feeling too good for a long time now. Even before making these YouTube videos, that's just a personal thing. I've come to the conclusion that I am broken and bitter, but not beaten. As I hope nobody is beaten. Broken, bitter, fine. That's pretty manageable in the grand scheme of things. But it's what you do with it. You can turn passive trauma into active resolve or active change, which is kind of what my other book is going on about. You can make a difference in your own life, in yours. And I want people to get their idea, because I was spoon-fed the whole American dream. And every single thing they said is now unattainable to me. No house, no nice car, no nice job. So yeah, I think a lot of people expect a lot too much these days. That's where I think the entitlement epidemic's coming in, which I think is the root cause, the rumination of root, or the cornerstone of corruption, is the expectation. Because growing up realizing it's those special things, those small moments that don't really, like, you don't expect them, it just happens, for better or worse. And I don't see a lot these days. I see things being too performative, like, you have to do this, you have to join it. I don't like that. Let's just say my mental state would not let that work. It just can't. Let's put it that way. And don't worry. Oh, you can give him his cue, but he can't make him come into it. And don't worry, I'm not going to let this guy down. I'm not forgetting about him. He has expectations for me, that's fine. He's a dog. He's like a baby, an 80-pound, strong, razor-sharp clawed, wielding baby. And I love him. So don't worry. He will still be taken care of, and I have no expectations for him, but he has for me. Okay? It's different. I pledged myself to taking care of this animal. I'm under contract. And I'm not going to break that oath anytime soon, no matter how bad it gets out here. I can promise you that. He keeps me from doing a lot of things. He's made me feel more human, ironically enough. I love taking him out. So yeah, just want to say, for my quote-unquote New Year's resolution, I'm going to not be expecting anything. So don't worry. So going forward, to my audience and whoever else, I don't expect you to watch any of this stuff. I just like making it. It's always good to get my thoughts out to somewhere. I treat this more like a diary or a ledger. I doubt it will go anything past that, but here's hoping. So thank you for the new year, and I hope to see you again. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day.